March 2020, COVID conquered the world. Since officially becoming a pandemic, not a day goes by without someone talking about it. For many of us, the COVID fatigue is real. It has become a tiresome word and a tiresome circumstance. It has caused deaths, separations, job losses, business failures, and so much more. It has dragged all of us into unimaginable situations, and it does not seem to be letting up. How has COVID changed your life?
These 2 years have been very different as a result of COVID because I haven't been able to spend much quality time with my extended family and friends. I miss many of them.
With COVID-19, I've not been able to meet my good old friends, locally or abroad.
Personally, for me, COVID has disrupted school life with the many online lessons, and not being able to see my friends was especially tough during this very stressful O-level year.
COVID has impacted how I have been studying because I could not get to see my teachers as often as before.
In school, I see more anxious, more angry and highly stressed students who cannot complete their homework.
I'm sure you have heard a lot about how the F&B industry has been affected by COVID. Yes, it is tough. When I took the key to this cafe and I was supposed to open in March, but due to COVID, we opened in November.
The key collection to my house was delayed for about 6 months due to the shortage of workers, and because at the point of time there's a high COVID cases in dormitories. So I was unable to move into my house before Christmas as it was initially planned.
As a medical professional, the COVID pandemic has been a challenging experience because resources have been stretched thin, whilst we face the same issues on a personal level as everyone else, such as social isolation, distancing from our support structures, and the inability to enjoy the activities that help us cope with our professional demands.
My husband is the sole breadwinner. He works in the airline industry. The most direct impact COVID has had on my family is the loss of job security and a big pay cut. This has compelled us to make many adjustments to our lifestyles so as to adapt to the situation.
Some people say that COVID can be interpreted as a heavenly reset plan, long overdue and much needed for us to shift our focus to things that truly matter. The world has become a complex place where money and power seem to be the only symbols of success. Often, we find ourselves fighting for survival and recognition. Do you think COVID is a reset plan for all of us?
Yes, because it reminds us of the things we took for granted too easily, be it on an individual or societal level.
Despite all this, it has generally been a positive experience for me, as it has enabled me to learn to become more disciplined and also allowed me to strengthen my relationship with my family in the process.
During this COVID period, I picked up new hobbies like baking to de-stress. For now, to manage with the situation, I've been spending more time with my family and dog pet.
What helped us cope? Open communication and family unity. As parents, we talk to our 2 boys, 16 and 18 years of age, about what we're going through.
Because of COVID, I had the time to put more details into the plan that I've made, especially how to design the food for delivery.
Now, my prayer for Singaporeans is that we will become a more patient and more forgiving people in order to be able to fight and be resilient against the pandemic.
What made me to actually become more resilient is to trust in God and to pray to God to keep my worries at bay and to not think about what could happen to me if I could not really reach my target or to reach my goals.
Most importantly, prayers. Knowing that God is in control and trusting in His guidance, strength, and providence every step of the way.
What I've realized during COVID is that it has not spared anyone by race, age, rank, intellect, religion, or nationality. Regardless of who we are and where we come from, we have all been affected in some way. Is there any hope left? When I think of hope, I often think of a newborn. A newborn has a lifetime ahead. No one judges it, and everyone wishes it the best. While it may be hard for some of us to imagine now, we were all once that baby, joyful and peaceful. Sadly, as we grow older, our sense of hope dulls. How can we get it back? Well, the story of Christmas begins with the birth of Jesus. We read in the Bible that his life was full of challenges. He was born in a stable, and his crib was a manger, far from a comfortable hospital. Jesus lived a simple life. He lived close to the earth and on whatever it offered him, making the best of what he had. In his missionary work, Jesus was misunderstood, rejected, and scorned. Jesus overcame his life's challenges with love and absolute trust in God. Hope was like his life's GPS, and it can be ours too. His life is a shining example of hope for all of us. Give your best and let God do the rest.
Little baby, lying there so small, seems like that we someplace else besides that humble store. Little baby, wrapped in swaddling clothes, seems like that we something else to warm you from the cold. Angel for a bed, straw to rest your head. Seems like there'd be more that we could do to welcome you. Little baby, lying there so still. Wish there were another way to do your Father's will. Little baby, we know you all so well. Love wrapped up in swaddling clothes, your name Emmanuel. Angel choirs sing, wise men homage bring. Seems like there'd be more that we could do to welcome you. Little baby, lying there so still. Wish there were another way to do your Father's will. Little baby.